Hey guys, this is Bigfoot's Little Farm. I got to go up and get as much work done as I can. Fix it where it's easier for me to come and go out of these coops and pens because we have some more bad weather coming. So let's see what I can accomplish today. I have the baby goats outside with the mama. Whoops. Right now enjoying everything. So we'll be checking on them as well. And oh, I hear them hollering at me now. Max, this is the only stairway that we have up this hill, and you're laying right in the middle of it. Let's go check on these babies. Let's go see how they're doing. The chickens are enjoying their dust bath, slinging it all over the snow. Looks like they're enjoying themselves out here with Mama. Hi, babies. Are y'all enjoying yourself? Huh? Let's see. Look at you. That's a little lipstick. Yes. That's a little lipstick right there. Pretty blue eyes. And watch out, Coco. And this is Hazelnut with Mama Ginger. Hi, babies. Y'all getting some exercise? And pretty blue eyes. Coco. And Drumstick. Hi, babies. All right, let's go see what I can get done. I had to bring some knives. What was that? So I had to bring some knives up so that I can get this other stuff cut where it's easier. Everybody's fighting because, you know, they're all getting to come out. They hadn't been out for a while, so they're all kind of fighting over the dust bath and everything. Let me see if I can get inside here. Hang on, let me pause it a minute so I can get in. All right. Let me see if I can get this tripod over here so I can get some stuff done. That was a tad loud, my little man. That was kind of loud. All right. Let's see if I can. There we go. There's. That one's already messed up. How did y'all get one of your fake eggs way out here and one of your nesting deals? How are we doing that? Let's see. Hey, I know you're down there, Mama. You were always pecking at my shoes or my pants legs to let me know that you're down there. I know you're down there. I do. Yes, I do. Let's see. What does that one go to? That one I'll have to take off. Had to bring some knives out here because I have to get this stuff down. Where's this at? Let's just hope I don't hurt myself, because anytime I'm messing with sharp stuff, I always seem to cut myself one way or the other. I was shoveling my front entryway in my steep driveway. If anybody knows, I have a really steep driveway, but with a 4x4 four-wheel drive, we're able to get up and down it. But for some reason, since everything's melting today, we had to deliver a 50-pound bag of carrots to a lady. She's got a whole bunch of rabbits. I was going to use it to make some juice out of it, but I don't have time with these baby goats in the house and all the extra stuff I'm doing out here because of the weather. So I just gave them to somebody that has a whole lot of rabbits, and because I didn't want them to go to waste. I keep my hands back because I don't want to get cut. I done cut my knuckle this morning somehow. I don't know how I did that, but I'm just going to lay them down there for right now. But it'll keep the weight. I am got so much I want to do this spring to make everything better out here. So that I can make some better housing and make everything where it'll run off toward the back area, and so everything will run back this way and down that way at the corner. It would also help these coops out when it rains on going through that as well. So I want to make bigger housing. I might have to, I will have to do them one at a time, but I got to do it as I'm able to come across the stuff to do it with. So, but I want to give them bigger areas so that when we do have weather like this, they can still get out and about without being in the snow. I mean, they were able to do it this time, but I would like to, where my coop is from here to right here, but I wanted to bring it, at least where this tree is, all the way over to the fence, and up against that fence, to where I can just walk in and have nesting deals where the eggs will roll this way, where I don't have to go to the back area to gather them. And I want it fixed where I can walk in and have room for me and their food and water to keep it clean and stuff. So this is what I'm wanting to do, but I got to do it one coop at a time, and it makes it hard for me because everything's on a slant, which makes it harder for me to gauge things. So I'm hoping I can get it done right. I think that one goes on that side. All right, I want to keep me from hurting myself. Put that, well, there's a lot of acorns right here. My goats love them acorns. It's like they're eating jawbreakers or something. It's kind of funny listening to them. I don't put this netting up here to keep predators out. I do it to help out with the shade during the summertime, even though we have all these leaves. But my first coop don't have all that shade. So let me see about getting this cut. Ooh, that water's cold. I might just leave it for the back area. So that, you know, it puts a little shade there. Oh, whew, that water, when it hits you and goes down your shirt, that's pretty cold. Taking advantage of getting some laundry done too, because I won't do it when it's real hot outside or when the weather's down in the freezing. So I'm kind of hoping that my sprayers will go off today while it's, you know, be the best time for them to go off. So I don't have to worry about them freezing, and that way it'll empty them out. I've already had to take several breaks today from out front doing the driveway and the front walkway. The front walkway, I kid you not, the snow came up to my knees where it turned to ice, and so had to get it off of there because you had to walk over it just to get to the vehicles and keep us from sliding. Oh, I about got my thumb. Just about got it. I felt it go across. It just wasn't hard enough. This stuff's pretty thick. I rolled it. Rolled it pretty good. That'd take a lot of weight off right there. But I have to be able to get in here to this area. I'm going to take this paracord out because I can always reuse it. That stuff's amazing. You can pretty much get that in the camping section up at Walmart or anywhere. You know what, ladies? I forgot to bring y'all some water up here, but y'all got plenty. But I just wanted to get y'all some fresh stuff. All this stuff, get done with all this weather, and I'm going to have to do some major cleaning. Alright, which one does that one go to? Okay, that goes to that one. That's a good one. Alright, I don't want to cut that one. This is a pool noodle up here. It protects my netting while I've, you know, so it doesn't rip off or nothing. But I got metal up there, and it protects it from cutting my netting. But I'm destroying it now, so, but I'm gonna leave the back on there. Well, this is some messy stuff, you guys. Messy stuff. I'm about to run into my ramp over here. Woo, that's cold on the hands, but I'm able to get some of that extra snow off of here as well. I was hoping to have a pretty day this weekend so I could do some cleaning up here because I can't stand it being yucky like this. Oh, don't cut that. I like my animals to have a clean area. That's why I'm wanting to kind of redo everything. Let the back of it go down lower and bring the top of it up high so everything will drain off that way. A lot of sticks up here. All right, and if I got the sun in here, it'll dry it up quicker too. So that'll help. Must be snow up there. All right, I'll have to cut it as best I can. I think I'm gonna need a shower tonight. Ugh, that's yucky stuff. I'll just pile it up over here because I don't know if I can get my glasses cleaned off or not. Might make it worse. You girls ain't really eating your food too much. The only thing y'all are eating is my snacks, so I'm not gonna be bringing y'all no more snacks out for a while. All right, let's find a place for this. All right. What are y'all doing over there? Fighting? Yeah, they ain't been out in a while. There we go. Max, boy, them chickens don't want to play with your toy. If you don't want them messing with it, go put it up. Him and his toys. He don't want his chickens or anything near them. You go put your toy up. You quit being like that. All right, get my solar lights out here. Yeah, y'all don't pay him no mind. Y'all got... What are y'all making such a mess in here for? Let me see. What does this go to? This one can come out. That one's been broke. That's an old one. Each one of my chicken coops has solar lights. And I know a lot of people say they got to have their sleep at night and stuff like this. But it does not hinder my chickens from laying eggs because they lay a lot of eggs. Even in the wintertime because I give them oatmeal and scratch and different things like that. So that does not keep them from laying eggs, having lights on in here at night. They're on a deal, so if for some reason one of my chickens fall off their brooder bar or whatever you want to call it that they stay on, then they're able to see to get back up instead of being on the ground all night long. So that's what that's all about. My rake is so dirty because I forgot to hang it up, and then they had it on the ground and decided to step all over it and poop on it. So it'll be something else I'll have to wash when I'm able to get the hose up here. And then I'll have to wash all their nesting down. I'm going to have to spray everything down. That's just what I'm going to have to do. That one's trying to come out. Y'all got 3 of the artificial grass coming out. Alright, when I come back up here to gather eggs and stuff, I'll have to put their front areas down. Plus, I also want to make it to where I always have a door, but I want it taller where I can walk through. This is a loft bed, so I actually can't walk up underneath it. So, but I want to be able to walk through here and have room for them as well as me, and yeah, see, they're still able to dust back here. You're enjoying yourself, ain't you, Mama? See, I still got a hill of ice right there. So I don't know if you can see those chickens. Back here, dust bathing. They're enjoying themselves. All right. I am definitely doing a whole lot of different stuff this year with their coops and everything. Definitely going to be a lot more different. Hey, what you doing? Huh? What you doing, baby? What all you ladies doing over here? This ain't your coop. This is not your coop area. Are you wanting to go in? I need to knock some of the ice and stuff. I mean, look at the piles of ice in here. Watch out, babes. Watch out. All of that ice. This is the lavenders area. My buffs are wanting to come in though, so that's all right. Okay. I got most of this one down, but I want to even it up and make it, better. All this ice back here makes it hard to. Did you lay an egg, Mama? Yes. We a bunch of egg laying fools we are. All right, we're gonna go right straight across this. I know I'm tearing this netting up. It's just old trampoline safety netting is what it is, but it's been out here for a couple of years now, almost 3 years. So it's all right. I have more that I haven't used. So, but again, I want to do something different so I don't have to worry about this stuff. It just makes it easier for me when I'm out here when it's raining. It keeps the rain off of me. It keeps, the wind and the chill off, the snow, and everything. But I'm going to do something different so that I don't have to worry about that. But when you first start out, you do what you can with what you got and what you come across. And if I have to do just one a year, whatever it takes, then that's what I'll do. Because are you being sassy? Because if that's what it does, what I got to do, then that's what I'll do. But either way, it'll get done. Was that a? Feels like there. No, there's not. Thought there was another wire there. Trying not to cut myself, because when even with a can opener, if I have a can opener and I'm opening stuff up and then you're taking that lid off, I cut myself every time. And it ain't little, it's a whole lot. Let me see, I don't want to put this wire on the ground. I'll set it up here and I'll gather it later. Okay. But all right, let's see. When I first was cutting this, I had scissors out here. My scissors were freezing up, so, but at least I got it done enough to where I could get out here and work. Sticks up here. But this got so heavy out here that it was literally pulling my fences in. That's another neat thing I need to get done in between getting my garden going and stuff, is I need to finish putting my top rail up. Looky there, that lets some sunlight in there. Yeah, you girls can lay your eggs like you're in a jacuzzi. Okay, where's that wire at? There's, right there. Yeah, now y'all can lay your eggs like you're in a jacuzzi with that sun shining in there. But I didn't see any frostbite on any of my girls. They did so well. They stayed in their coops, which made it messier, which I don't care, as long as they didn't get frostbite. I've been keeping an eye on their feet, because, you know, when you start seeing their feet get all scaly and dry, well, your hands get that way too. Well, that's time that you need to put on some gloves and get some Vaseline and just cover their feet up with Vaseline, because it kind of keeps their feet and stuff from drying out, cracking and causing issues. And but they did good. They did super good. There we go. There's that one. Kind of thought this was going to be harder than that, but how you babies doing? Hey, mama. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Look at this baby. Look at this baby. Look at this beautiful baby. This girl here lays me the prettiest lavender green, or lavender, I don't know why I say lavender, but olive green eggs. Look how gorgeous this baby is. So, look up underneath here. Look how these designs on here, I don't know if you can see or not, the designs on there and all this. You're just a pretty girl. Okay, I'll put you down. All right, run. Let's see, I'm just gonna hook this one right here for right now, until I figure out what it goes to. All right, I gotta get the rest of this down. Let me turn you this way. How about that? That'll work as long as my girls don't get over there messing with it. I've been looking for that up here. It's hung up there. It's one of those things that keeps the birds, not my birds, but the birds off of stuff. I put it up there to keep my cat off of there. But that's another reason why I need to quit putting this netting up here. My cats get up here and they weigh everything down, and that causes issues. It's just time to let all this go. you got a farm, there's always something to do. At least my husband helped me out a little bit this morning. So he I think he married me because I met him when I was a welder. I retired from that, but so I don't do that no more. I haven't done much of anything. I've been sick a lot. Cancer don't help out none. But he figured since I was a welder that, he thought, well, I can do a lot of stuff that I don't need his help, and that way he can just go work, come home, do nothing. But I told him this is not a hotel, and so if I wasn't here, he would have to do it anyways. I mean, he wouldn't have the animals. He would get rid of them because this is not his thing. But he would have to wash his own clothes and all this other stuff. But, I tell him this is not a vacation. You got to help out sometimes. You can't expect me to do everything. I was impressed that when I did get diagnosed with cancer and started going through my surgeries and stuff, that, he actually mowed the yard and weed eated the yard. First time he ever done that. Why should I have to get sick for him to do that and help out? But he did. Really surprised me. I thought I was going to have to get out there and do it, which I would have, at the best that I could. Hey, Henrietta, I'm talking. But, he's got a little lazy side to him, but he does help sometimes when he wants to. But all I gotta do is just say, you know what? We're not gonna go do the stuff. Oh, that just broke right in half. We're not gonna go do the stuff you want to do unless you help out. Because if not, we gotta stay home because I got work to do. And that's the truth. This stuff comes first. It's got to be done. And I'd rather be here with all this than I would just roaming the streets. This is what I love. All right, this will make it so much easier for me to get in and out now because of all this crazy stuff. Hey, Mama, you coming over here laying your eggs? Your house is next door. What you doing over here? Uh-huh. I see you. Go ahead, carry on. All right. That'll dry a lot of stuff up. Still got that hill of ice and stuff, but you know what? We get any more, they have the whole back area they can get into back there. So it's just when that snow came and I couldn't get in there because it was so heavy from the snow laying on top of that netting, then, and yes, we've had snow here before and ice here before, but for some reason it just seemed to be, they kicked you out, didn't you? You was in the wrong house. some reason it was just a lot worse this time. I don't know if it was because it was more ice than snow, but you know, we've had both. But they say everything is going to freeze up again tonight. If you ladies want to come in, y'all know how to come in. They say everything's going to freeze up again tonight, so I gotta get some stuff done. All right, you girls don't mess with that now. How you doing, big boy? All right, that's supposed to go way back there, but let's go right here. Ooh, that cold water on my head now. That's pretty cold. My turkeys were ready to come out. I had them in one of my chicken coops, and Wishbone had already jumped out, and Drumstick, I don't know how he did it, but he was in the pen next to him. And so I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and let them out. I'll let them stay out tonight. There we go. I don't know what that blue stuff is. I guess it's coming off the tree. They almost look like little berries, but I don't think they are. So much ice in here. I'm pretty taller than this fencing area. Let me start back this way. I'm gonna put a guttering system going down the whole back end of this. It'll help run that water off and hopefully help that out. Watch out, Mama. Watch out, girls. I said watch out. I hear the babies over there. Plus I want to put 4x4s on the corners of all these. Help make everything stable, because this chain link, it just pulls in, and I just want to make everything better so, you know, I can enjoy it more. Oh, that's wire. Yeah, that's wire. Let me see if I can get that off. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's see, that's all connected. Is that? Huh. Let me try to see if it's right there. All right. I'm not ducking and worrying about things hitting my head every time I try to come in here because of all the weight of this ice and stuff. Make it easy, y'all. Ooh, that's too heavy. I best not do. I did that once before, hitting the ice, and I ended up cracking my bone in my hand. Oop, there's a pile of ice. Let's see if I can. I figured it'd be too cold for my chickens' feet, but they're out there enjoying it. Whoop. Henrietta, you're kind of hanging out in the wrong areas. See if I can. That smarted. There we go. All this netting, it did its purpose, you know, but I want to fix my chicken coops where I can put some of the it's almost like metal, but it's the see-through stuff that people use for skylighting and stuff in their barns. And I want to use some of that because I want them to be opened up during the summertime, but that way I can put that stuff on there to keep them warm in the wintertime. Is what I want to do. Just about got it. Oh, nice. That keeps that wire out of stuff. I'll have to pull it out later. All I got is this little tab here. Wish the trash men would run. I put all this, well, I can't get all this netting out there in it because some of it's frozen on the ice here when I first started cutting it. All right. let's open y'all's up. See, I want to fix it where it's not dripping right here. I want it to drip toward the back so that we, you know, them or me trying to get in here. You'll get a hot mess in there. I can't blame you this time. I wouldn't want to get out in the middle of the night in this mess to go potty either. No. The general's always watching. He makes sure that I get his house cleaned up real good for his ladies. Ain't actually too bad. No. That ain't too bad. I have these lifted up off the ground, but I'm thinking of doing it where it's on the ground, tall enough for me to walk through, and then I can either fill the bottom up with shavings during the winter time, or I can put a medium coarse sand that's dust free, where they've got their own dusting area, which they do down here anyways, but because then I can just go in with the chicken deal and just scoop out their stuff like a cat litter thing. And that's what I'm thinking about doing. All right, that makes things a lot easier. Let's go check on those babies again. See how they're doing. I got some sweaters on them, but when I had them out here yesterday and I went to take them in, they were still shivering pretty good. So I made sure that they had thicker sweaters on. And yes, I know a lot of people keep their goats and babies out here when it's cold, but checking on Blue, see if she's... Hey, Blue! I know what she's doing. Let's go check on her. She's due to have her babies. And I notice her milk bag is getting really full. And she's starting to swell up pretty good. How you doing, Mama? Max, baby. Give me a little space, baby. I don't want to slip and fall. How you doing, Mama? Huh? How you doing, Mama? When you gonna have that baby? You're breathing kind of heavy. Oh, I just saw the baby kick. I just saw the baby kick. Yeah. That's pretty cool. What you got going on up underneath there? That looks a little different. Let's go in and check her. Because it's supposed to get pretty nasty again tonight. Wow. I didn't think I was going to make it in. She's not getting up, which is really unusual for her. What you doing, Mama? Are you chilling? Huh? You alright? Are you in labor? You want me to be your Lamaze coach? Hmm? Is that how you do it? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I never had Lamaze classes. I've got pregnant with 6 kids, and I only went into labor with one of them, and then I didn't feel none of it. I just asked my nurse, how come my stomach keeps tightening up so much where I can't breathe, and then it'll stop, and it does it like every 5 minutes. Oh, you're in labor. I didn't feel a thing. All I knew is I just couldn't breathe while that was happening. So, but I was at the hospital to have a cesarean because my bones wouldn't separate. So there was no way the baby would make it out. I hear a chicken hawk. So they had to go in and get them. You ain't about to come out, which is very unusual. I think she's in labor, y'all. On the simple fact is she's making a noise while she's breathing. So, let me pause this, or let me go ahead and let you go. If she starts having a baby, I will get back on here and video it and stuff, because she is acting a little different from her normal, self. So, she has a baby. I will video it and post it for you guys. Uh, so this is Bigfoot's Little Farm. Be sure and hit the like button and subscribe and share. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.